All right, guys, 10:30. Where is the we left off?
You left off on start from the end.
Okay, so let's resume. Yeah, do you guys want to do the mock? You want to do the
Yeah, we got Jeffrey and what the going first? Yes, they do.
Yeah. Okay, we can do that. Let's just finish this. We're gonna do it based on relapse, okay? Let's see how good we've been paying attention.
What part are we at?
Oh, I'm sorry. We finished. Oh, we're talking about being complacent with your sobriety. How many of us do get complacent with the sobriety? And then come and find out who made a mistake.
Yeah.
You had the hand up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a chronic relapse. And, that's been one of my biggest mistakes. I get complacent. I think, job's going well, I'm getting some things back that I lost. And, I end up, next thing you know, I'm drunk. It's like, I heard somebody else say self-sabotage. That's what I do to myself. When things are going great, it's not when there's a death, it's not when there's, a broken heart, it's not when there's divorce, it's not none of that. It's when things are going great.
Why?
I don't. I had a sponsor one time and he said, "Do you think you're worthy of sobriety?" And in his opinion, I don't think I'm worthy.
You don't think that?
Yes. I'm not sure. That's a good question.
You are entitled to be focused. You have your entitlement of being able to be clear mind and make a decision for yourself. You have your own responsibility to be in control of your life.
Not to be a slave to a substance.
That too. Freedom is in your hands. It shouldn't be in anybody's hands. There shouldn't be nobody with a black robe saying that you need to go and spend all this time in a cell or in a program. I think it's your decision. You just have to find it within yourself that you have value and self-respect. And I think if you find those two qualities in you, you're also a good plunge after that. But sometimes you gotta dig, move, travel yourself. You gotta get uncomfortable before you get comfortable. That right there. You gotta hear the truth. You gotta hear the honest truth from someone that really tell you how it really is. So then you can start to process that. Then you will see the greatness and the value of you and the self-respect you have after that. And yeah, you shouldn't be a slave to any substance.
But when he said that, I'm like, yeah, I am. I'm totally a slave to
Wow, okay. Say that again, I'm
Give all your
sorry.
time and energy and money to it, you're a sinner.
Yeah.
So, things to work on. As soon as you get MRT book, you will get an MRT book and you start reading those first 40 pages, and it will tell you a lot about yourself. I know you just look at me like, whoa. Before you know, you'll be done. There's more pictures than anything else. And you will see a different side of you that maybe you just have never seen, or you just try to cover. But maybe it's about that time to start peeling those layers. Yes.
If I'm correct,
Can being enslaved to your thoughts be considered?
Okay, what?
You let your thoughts control you, you don't control your thoughts. That's what that means.
Okay. I haven't came a slave to the thoughts.
The thought of being high?
Yeah. And started asking, I realized that I was being controlled by my thoughts and not be controlling my thoughts.
Okay,
So am I on the right page with you?
yes, you
Okay.
are. Remember this?
Mhm.
It's right there.
Mhm.
Don't do that, cause I don't want this way sensitive to that. I gotta say, he said, start letting me talk. That's all I was just for. I said, when I do talk, I get carried away, you always stop it. Okay, I done that. Give me credit, right? I'm going up to you.
Right. Right.
Right. I told her, right, and I was the man. In class, I always get up and talk to the people in the program, right? She want me to come back out though, and teach the new people that's coming. How to program right? I did a good job out there. I got some tips, I graduated. I'm about to go back. Right? Same like these group people. That have to do stuff, okay. But I can get help on the top board, on the top board. Yeah. I got told her rather than did. That's how she told me. She was signing me up to come back. When I get a homework, I said, I'll do that. But I said, my mind, do some project, right? Okay. What's so fast? Reason why I talk so much, I wasn't never talking person. I been catered up. For my old girl, she's 4. I'm 50 years old. Old girl still 4, right? It's not that, it's that I did in my selfish way, basically all my life. This is my first food program beside music thing. Okay. There come people that know me like him on the street. He knows better in the program, right? This is right there. Right in there.
Okay.
No, Sharon.
Yeah, Michelle. I know her sister now. She know me better than everybody else too. She know how to get down, how to swim. I'm slick. I'm good at that. That's what I gotta break out of school. I don't need to do that, but I just be doing it to have fun.
Okay,
Enjoy myself.
okay.
And because class of hour, when you talk, I talk. When I talk before I sit, not no nonsense, bullshit. I talk about it. I does that good. I've been through a lot in my life. Like he said, a lot. I was saying, my attitude, you know how I snap. That's me.
I don't know that.
I come. Well, the class know that. They get know it.
Okay,
I started and Cal.
is,
You know what I mean? Cal. Now,
Kyle, please, you're on.
one day I see man yesterday. I was wrong. When I put the thing down, see man, I was wrong. I got a brother, right? I'm saying, walk out on him. I'm not kill him. My oldest brother. Saying that, did the ball. I just found out recently, I had a brother. He was in hospital. My dad don't want me to die by hospital, right? I ain't gonna tell you about two. I'm so sure, right? He about to die. He got like a month, 7 years, man. He been hard, man. Almost 25 years. He was in coma like 3 days before somebody found him. He was in coma. He thought to come up out the coma. He came out of the coma. Blocked all in his body. His legs, his arms, he like little more back. The nurse got to beat him, man. Oh, man, I just nabbed this cat, man. Hey. Now, that's something a lot of shit that my dad didn't do. It's not my brother and my father. He was doing it. See what I'm saying? Yeah, but it's about to go. I so many times, my little brother, I can't say that saying that the point I still my brother. He was my baby brother. My daddy said, I'm on this. That's what. That's what that. I'm alive to see people see my granddaddy down in his house. That's where they got comfortable, man. In his sleep, man. So I'm trying to figure out why he sleep. He made it. So my grandma, right? He go, I see it all there. Every time I go to his food or something, I look at because I see me now. I does that. I'm intuitional. I mean intuitional. I'm very intuitional. I can read it. Before I need it, I can read it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I need some story, but y'all too stuff. Last day, I see my old boy. Last time I see my old dad, I used to play out loud up everywhere. This 2008, right? My dad came see by himself. That man got me some cash. He eat. Every time I go, he did lock me. He won't say nothing. What? He wouldn't go say nothing to the dog. And he was visible. He said one thing to himself. Well, you never go by the prison again, man. And I ain't been by the city. I almost distributed, but God saved me on that. On that person to my old boy, man. He never did nothing. He had that. 2 weeks later now, I can't see me down. I'm gonna get busy. That can't be. To my mom, I stepped on the devil. What you my mom? What she did? Till I come back. He came out here. I want to chop her off. In the crack. She went to the chapel told my sister said, come.
Okay.
Together. God looking to see his way, you know that, right?
Uh-huh. Sure does.
Everybody work, you know. Everybody got to walk their child to them or they life, right? By themselves. When you're not by yourself, that man walk with you. That man see everything you do, me and my son doing that.
Okay. So let's get back to this, okay?
I can walk out now.
Let's get back to this.
Oh, I'm done that. I walk out, please. I get in my feelings when I talk about my life. I get up there. I don't want to disrespect that. No. Respect when I walk out, cool out, come back. Thank you. I go home and keep thinking.
All right, so if you do relapse, don't give up.
Yeah.
So a lot of people find it helpful to keep track of how long they've been sober, but don't confuse the count with the true goal of leading a good life. So this is where I kind of disagree, and I hate when this happens because it's kind of saying, well, if you do, you can always come back. But the purpose of it all here is that you don't relapse. That you go, you learn everything that you need to get out of the program. So when you guys go out there, you don't have to worry about so much of how is it you're gonna handle, how is it you're gonna answer, what is it you're gonna do, how to manage yourself so you don't relapse. He's there saying a lot about his family issues, a lot of family concerns, and it's what we all have. And then a lot of the times when you ask people, well, what's going on? What led you to the use? What led you to the addiction? They usually say, well, a loss of my mom, my dad. And if you are not mentally prepared to handle a rough decision like that, or a rough situation like that, it's not even a decision, what do you do? How do you handle it? And a lot of times people who study this, who go to school, who have a master's or PhD, an impactful situation like that can really bring you down. It really can. So be careful with that stuff. But whatever you do, don't give up on yourself. We have gentlemen back there who shared, been doing this for many years, and I applaud you for coming back and trying this all over again. But in a lot of circumstances, we want you to really get all the tools you can in here now, so you don't have to come back and do this all over again. Learn what is it you need to learn. Do something differently so that you can go out with the right tool mindset to never come back here again. That's just the bottom line. How many times does it take for you to stop? Yeah.
I like where it continues to say, it's if you were at 100 days sobriety, that's great. However, if you make a mistake and end up back at zero, know that you are not starting over because you gain knowledge, experience, and confidence. In other words, because I was very close at 1 year. And I worked so hard. I've always worked hard and saved and made money, but I always blowed it up. But I acquired a nice little nest egg at one time and I blew it all. I ain't gonna say I felt like killing myself, but I wished I was dead. I was just so disgusted with myself. And then, and then here I am back at round zero. But I feel a lot better. I feel 1,000% better than from that time there. But I feel like I have gained some insight. I know not to get comfortable. I know what to pursue now. I gotta have some, what do we call them? You have your team, your support group and so forth, I can't just keep working and trying to make money. I feel like I've gained a lot of insight, a lot of knowledge, so I can move forward now, forgetting that past right there, but learning from it. And coupled with what I'm gleaning right now, I feel a lot better,
Okay. Remember I said I disagree with this one? All right, well, study shows, evidence-based, that when a person goes through their addiction, right? Goes through their addiction, something happens, which is probably going to be tragic, horrible, and you end up in a place like this, okay? So in a place like this, you are sober, right? Clear-minded, focused, you're thinking, you're feeling, you're seeing, you're acknowledging, it's processing correctly. There's no fog. Unless you misunderstood something, there's no fog. When you go back out, okay, plan is you're gonna be sober. And you're not going to fall back. But if you happen to, you're really not starting at zero. You're really starting exactly where you left off. Thank you. Finishing my sentence. Exactly what he said. You are really starting where you left off. You never start at zero. Because by the time you come back the second wave, you come back full force and you have more knowledge than where you were to begin with. So by the second time, you know what you did was wrong, obviously. You, by this point, know, well, you know what? Maybe I need to start thinking, play back the tape. What did I learn in House of Hope? What did Mr. Ben say? What did Mr. Charmaine say? What did Margarita say? What did Sean say? What did Marcus say? So you start playing that back again. So you really are now starting, not at zero, you're really starting at the plateau where you left off. You just need to make that plateau stronger so that you don't have to bounce back, or that will cave you in. So you're really not starting at zero. You're actually coming back more knowledgeable of of your addiction.
Wow. Last time I was in jail, this one dude was telling me, you gotta be willing to die behind what you say, and not like, fight and stuff but like, if I say I want to stay clean, I gotta go to the grave with that, because then that's real to me. That means you gotta be willing to die behind it. You can't be just saying shit and not really like meaning it. You gotta be behind what you say. And at the end of the day, it's like court order or non-court order, one day of getting high for me is not worth my freedom, or just, even if it's not just freedom, just it is freedom actually, because it's the freedom of not being miserable, of not being happy, There's a point where it wasn't fun getting high no more. It was just getting high just to avoid, feelings that I needed to deal with, and that I'm chasing the high just to avoid these feelings. So for me, one day, the pros and cons, the pros outweigh using all day, saving money, being able to be around my family, the trust, being able to, have people in my life, people don't want to be around me when I'm using, all that, it's like I'm saying, just one little fucking bag is going to take over my life. That's, like I said, not even the size of my big toe, a fucking pill, that's insanity to me. That's insanity, and that's But me caught up in my youth, I don't even realize this
Addiction.
stuff. But it's like, if I have all this self-control I say, then why the fuck go back to it? I've almost been a year clean right now, and it's like, why the fuck go back to it? Why ruin all this just to fucking, like, all the shit I say to my parents and stuff? If I do this, I lose. Pretty much I lose big time, because how much I got going right now, why the fuck throw it all right back in the garbage and pick up right where I left off? Just like you just said, it makes sense. So I never heard that. That's the first time I heard that one, but you know, it doesn't make sense to me to just go back, because, you know, everything I got going for me right now, I'm gonna lose it all if I go back. And my freedom. You know, because I have no self-control. I get a case of the buckets. Once I go, I'm going in. You know, it's just how it is. It's, you know, so I know, like, my health right now, I feel like, you know, I'm not gonna live if I go back to eating. So it's like, do I value my life? I gotta ask myself that, because, and I do, I appreciate it. I don't wanna put my mom through losing another kid. I don't wanna put my family through it. You know, I don't want my family constantly worrying about me, you know, and just all that, and just all the money I've lost and stuff, I could have put towards something productive, if not had it saved up to a life, you know, a future, you know, to a home, do stuff like legal. There's legal hustles. And for me, I see a lot of entrepreneurs in here, you know, and how we hustle to get money, you know, to do certain things. We can turn that to a legal hustle. And I believe that everybody in here is capable of doing that, because just look how we hustle to get money to do certain things, you know, to do not the right thing. Now imagine we put that towards something productive, you know. So I mean, it's the truth, you know. The things I was like, you know, me selling drugs back then to do certain things, you know, I could turn that into something like positive. You know, I could go to school, you know, I could start a business, you know, if I can, you know, talk somebody buy this bag, I can talk somebody to buy this, you know, whatever I'm selling, you know, I'm selling cups. Okay, I can, this cup, it's a cup like no other, you know, if I can, I'm gonna sell you that cup, because
I'm gonna put
can.
you on the test right now, we're gonna do them up. Let's see how much you're gonna sell. But go ahead, Bobby.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's like Wolf of Wall Street. He said, "Sell me this pen."
So
He's like, he was trying to be like, "Oh, well, this pen." And the other dude handed him. He's like, "Here, sign this paper." He's like, "Well, I don't got a pen." He's like, "Here, you know, it's just little shit like that. And sell me that shit, you know.
Wolf of
You
Wall
can turn that
Street.
shit into something positive and like legal, you know, and make something of that shit. Why the fuck lose that all, man? We are all gonna rise to the top, and I believe that. You know, we might not be the fucking richest man alive, but you will be the richest man alive, because you'll be happy. Happiness is more rich than anything. Of course, money is great. You know, it's more comfortable crying a Bugatti than fucking, you know, all 98. But I'm saying though, really though, you know what I mean? Like, we got this shit. All of us gonna pull through this shit, and we will fucking prosper and fucking grow.
Power to you, bro. You got your hand up back there? Did you have your hand up? So, positivity, self-confidence, no but discipline yourself. You can have it. You can have it all. And freedom is not free if you think about it. It comes at a very large cost. And if you don't know how to value your freedom, somebody will. Somebody will snatch it up for you. Someone in a black robe will then determine that you will be going to how many months and years to a cell or to a place like this. Okay, so you'll never start at zero, okay? You always start exactly where you left off. You just have to probably go back in, like I was telling the gentleman here, you probably need to just go back and dust yourself out, peel out all those layers to find exactly the value of you. Because you're alive, you're still here, so there's something that you need to do. There's still a purpose that you have, you just don't know what it is. And once you find out what it is, that's gonna be your triumph.
Sorry, I got one more thing.
What?
I was gonna say too, I noticed too, even just in here, like getting in trouble, I got comfortable. And I realized in the past I've gotten comfortable is what led me back to doing dumb stuff, because like it's too comfortable. You know, in recovery I've realized like I wanna be comfortable, but I can't get too comfortable. I have to stay focused, because if I get too comfortable, I'm gonna go right back to doing what I was doing, you know. So you always gotta be, you know, on top of that, you know.
Go ahead.
Held accountable, accountability. Don't get too complacent with yourself. Don't even get complacent in here. Don't get comfortable in here. Do not get comfortable in here. Find something to do. Find somewhere, find something, find a program, find one of them certificate courses back there when this guy comes back next week. Find something to do to really keen yourself and put yourself back out there in the marketplace. Because I'm sure when everybody gets out of here, you're all gonna wanna go to work, right? Unless, you got financial stability, and if you do, well, I'm happy for you, but for the most part, a lot of us, I have to go to work. So, keen yourself, polish your skills, own up to what is it that you're missing, get it in here, build your resume. So when you get out there, there will be no room for, oh, I'm sorry, sir, you don't qualify for this. Okay, come up with new rituals. So how do you celebrate holidays? Promotions or any other happy occasions? How do we celebrate promotions and happy occasions? That's the last of the last. Come up with new rituals. Okay. We do this, somebody said.
What's this? I know.
Google it.
Take your loved ones out.
So how else do we celebrate? What is it that we do when we celebrate? Let's be honest. What is it when we celebrate?
Drink, cooking,
I got one. Spend time with family.
Spend time with family.
That's quality time.
QT. Bonding. Okay, but what else do we? Ritually, what is it that we do? We used to do. Ritually, you get invited to a party. What do?
drink.
You probably bring a bottle, but you won't bring a person a gift.
I don't
That
want
is
to
the
say
first, that is
it.
the keep it all up.
Exactly, and then you get open your gift bottles and say, is that for me or is that for you? What is it? Bring your own drink. Bring your own liquor, right?
I don't want to talk.
BYL, is it? BYL.
Bring your own liquor.
Bring your own liquor. Okay, so rituals.
You're not drinking.
So rituals, when we do rituals, a lot of times we know, okay, you go to a party, go to a barbecue, excuse me, please. I can't even breathe with this thing. So we bring liquor, we bring whatever else you decide to do, whatever it is that makes you, extend your further time with people. How is it that we're going to break this now, though?
Wow. What's that?
How is it you're gonna break this ritual? You don't know.
Working the program.
So basically, because you're not going to the place. Basically, you bring your family up, you just gotta be strong-minded, because that's your family. I don't know nobody in here gonna be like, okay, I can't get high drunk and I'm not going to a Christmas party with my family. I'm not gonna go to a Halloween party with my family. I'm gonna spend Thanksgiving with my grandparents. You know what I'm saying? For you, basically, you just got to be strong. You have to work your steps. You have to love yourself. And just like Bobby said, if you get that little bag, you're gonna be gone. So you have to let them know at the end of the day, because that's where it starts at. Hey, listen, y'all know I can't do that shit, so don't come around me with that shit. So you got to let them know, hey, I'm in recovery. I don't get high no more. I don't drink no more. Don't offer me nothing. Don't come around me with that foolishness. That's not, you know what I'm saying? But you have to be strong also. Just by you saying that shit, then you might sneak around the corner, go in the bathroom, and do some shit. You know, you like basically lying to yourself. You sitting out there saying this, and then they know what you're doing because that's your family. Okay, Mike came here looking this way. Why he over there now? He fidgeting and doing this other shit. You feel what I'm saying? You got to be strong. You got to really be dedicated to staying clean. You know what I'm saying? You can go around your family, you can drink, do all that shit, drinking, whatever. That's not for you. That's what you can't do. You know where it's gonna take you at. So you got to be strong. Because everybody in recovery is strong. Just because you got 30 years in recovery, you had to be strong. You had to be like, because Bobby said some real shit, man. That shit crazy because it's insane for real, man. That little piece of shit or whatever the fuck you do.
Smaller than his tub, remember.
But take you, you know what I'm saying?
that's what it do to you though, you know? Like when Carter was talking on the bus, some people can do that. Some people can go to work every day and drink their ass off and get up and go to work, smoke and do all that shit and go to work.
Yeah.
Nice cars, nice houses. We can't do that. Look what we sitting at. So you got to be strong. Those people that's in recovery got all that time, they were strong. They got tired. They said, do it no more. And they didn't do it. They just took it and was like, okay, I'm going to pray to my higher power. I'm going to work my steps. And they dedicated to it.
Yeah.
And that's how they live their life. Some of those people don't even think about that shit anymore. The shit is hereditary to them. It's like drugs. What is that? That's how they really, I done been in meetings like that. Like, them people don't even, but they need that meeting to keep their mind like that. You understand what I'm saying? They don't be thinking, man, they get so, it comes to them now. They not get, like you say, lax. They know, but they're going about their everyday life. My grandkids, my kids, my great-grandkids. I got to do this for this, to help these people over here. I got to go over here and sponsor this person. See, that's their life now. That's what keeps them going. That's, I think about no damn drugs. That shit ain't even on their damn life. They don't care about that shit. You gotta be strong.
Excuse me, I got a question.
Yes.
I used to do cocaine, right?
Yes.
And 2018, I ain't touched no cocaine since. I got homeboys that sell it. I got people that smoke it, like right there in front of me. I done sold them some cocaine. When I was a notorious. Like I got that. I had to go get it. I was like dependent, like, hey man, I don't care about nothing. I'm gonna go get this. I'm going to the store and walk out that motherfucker. I wish somebody would have stopped me and tell me, hey sir, stop. Nah, I'm gone. Boom. Man, 2018, boom. I wasn't locked up or nothing like that right there. I was on the streets. I was out here in the free world in 2018. And that was the last time that I did even mess around. But I've been around people that smoke it. I even had to, man, make money off it. It's all about that the individual really. I know for a fact that we, man or woman, got it in to do what you want to do. Hey, that's a choice that everybody have in this life. We have a choice to choose not to do this and to choose to do it. But me personally, man, that's all a choice, man. That's on that individual.
You're absolutely
You know what I'm
right.
saying? That's on that individual.
You're absolutely right. It is your choice. At the end of the program, is your choice. When we do MRT, and I tell you, everybody who's in my group doing MRT, even though sometimes their stories sound very Hollywood, it's your story. I don't know. You telling me this happened, you saw this, what you witnessed, this, what you did. Okay, that's what you did. The point is that I see that you understand what it is that you're doing. Do you understand the essence of each step? Do you understand why it is that you're doing what you're doing? Do you understand why you're here? Do you understand that it is your decision? It is your choice. We encourage not to. We encourage you to stay clean. But ultimately, when you get out of here, it is your choice. You're absolutely right. And a lot of times, we just don't want you to come back. No, we always don't want you to come back. We want you to stay out there. We don't want to see you again. You know, not in here at least.
One thing.
Yes, sir.
But I never looked it down on them people because they were doing hard. I never looked it down on none of that because I know how that is. So I ain't even look down. Hey man, I'm not just gonna stop being friends with you because you smoking. Nah, hell nah. Just chill. Come on, man. Just get something to drink. Smoke a cigarette with me then. What's up, man? Let's go get some drink. I never looked it down. I never once told him or her, fuck around me, man. I don't want to be your friend no more, man. don't fuck with you no more. I never told the people that I would never do that right there. I'm not no better than you, but I don't stop certain drugs. I'm not gonna do that to other people, man. It's all on you. I'm not finna stop being friends with anybody. And I don't care what nobody say, oh, and, friends of a fellow flock together, fuck that. I'm 45 years old. My kids is grown. I do what I want to do, not what that person tell me, or I think that that's right for society eyes. Nah, fuck that. If society don't want me to be around it, so what? I'm grown, man. I do what I want to do, bro. I'm not finna be what this person want me to be. I'm not finna stop messing with him or her or what they do. Hey, you know.
You have a point. I was telling somebody over here that sometimes people with high degrees, when they're not mentally ready to take on a life challenge, it can really sweep you off your feet. So it doesn't matter. So you are absolutely right. You never know. One wrong decision that we make, we can be sitting right there where you are. And I will always learn from each and everybody in here. That is what this is all about. I have book knowledge, I have theory knowledge, I have some practical knowledge. You guys got more practical knowledge. So we can all learn from this. And you know what? You are absolutely right. It is your decision. Hopefully you'll make the right decision. And you should never, and I really mean it, you should never fault or try to be better than anyone else because they're not where you're standing. It doesn't matter because you never know. One wrong decision can flip the script. And then now you're the one that's sitting, now you're the one behind the cell. And it doesn't matter what degree you have, it doesn't matter the culture, your sexuality, your gender. It doesn't matter, man. Drugs and or alcohol addiction will get you if you're not grounded, if you're not focused. It's one decision away from messing up. One decision. Those 2 seconds, that window. Should I not? You're drinking. Why you got your car keys in your hand? You know, you're drinking. This guy is just chewing up your ear. They're about to piss you off. You're about to get mad. Walk away before you put someone through a wall. So it's those decisions that we have to be very, very, we have to really hold ourselves accountable for. And yes, you should never, because you never know, life can happen. And you might then one day see a janitor cleaning a floor, or you're rude to this person, you're evil to this person. You never know. That person could actually be your boss next year, the next time around. And there you are just treating someone bad because they were cleaning a floor. It doesn't matter. Yes.
Yeah, if you're the guy cleaning the floor and then you're choking at the restaurant, you might be the one to save your life. You never know.
That's true. That's true. As a migrant, because I am, person came to this country from another country, and I saw my parents struggle. Language barrier is one. My dad used to get the worst of the worst. And I hear my dad's stories when I was really young, and I would hear my father tell my mother's stories, how people were not nice to him at work. All that, it really installed in me to say, wow, I will one day be a better person and help my parents. And this is why I advocate for a lot of people in here. And let me tell you, it has nothing to do with language, because you guys speak English. But sometimes it's not only that. People will judge you based on how you look, based on your rap sheet. We were talking about this last week. They'll run your social, and that's the immediate decision they will make about you. They don't care about your reference letter. They don't care how clean you've been. They don't care. They run that facts sheet, and that's it. They will just throw your application in the trash. This is why I advocate, and this is why I take my job really seriously, because I know that each and everybody in here who has made a wrong decision, that does not mean that's who you are. That's just a decision that you made. But we are here to advocate for those people and help those people who probably everybody just shut you down and threw you in here. But it's a good thing to know that you have somebody in your corner who's willing to advocate for you and be a voice for you. Because sometimes those judges, they don't want to hear from you. They don't care what you got to say. State attorney, They don't care what the hell you look like. Now that I'm doing Zoom in court here, and I've been doing it elsewhere, I was doing it elsewhere, but now that I see it in here, how it was run before, the person who was doing it before, she would talk. She wouldn't let you speak. Who's been here long enough? You have, you know. Don't say nothing. Let me speak. I will speak.
Should make you look bad.
And she'll make you look bad. So because of her, a lot of guys will sit here for like 6 months. Nina.
You see that, yo?
So now, when Ben and I do court, because of course, last on our lap, I will be like, here, tablet, talk, say something. You talk. You say, you get in front of the judge, you talk to your judge. Because unless you gotta go in person, which you do, I'm sorry, I don't know. But other than that, I will sit by you. Marquise, right? We did the Zoom court, remember?
Yeah.
It was Marquise, speak. I'm not doing the talking for you. Let them see who you are. Because these people have a piece of paper that says a date, a time, your name, and what you've done. But they can't associate that to your face. They never heard you speak. So having someone in your corner, a trusting, organized relationship is what I'm getting at. Have somebody in your corner who one day will be a voice for you and save you. And not give you what everybody else want to give you. No, like, let me take that part from you. Let me see what I can do for you to get you out of this hook. Get you out of here successfully.
Just because we in jail, that don't believe, that don't say that we guilty. Just because we locked up like that. That don't give people a right to say, oh man, he guilty, man. That motherfucker, you're criminal, man, fuck, he did it, or he wouldn't be locked up. That ain't right, man. That ain't right. They should have let people talk. Like, why I can't talk? Cause that look like you is guilty. That man talked. That man came. They called him his name, not her name. So I don't know why, man. That was wrong right there. Just because we locked up, but he guilty. Like, goddamn.
Well, you fit the stereotype. Give them a description. Minority.
That's
You
bad.
fit it. That's it. If you don't have a good attorney, if you don't have someone who's in a program to vouch for you, excuse me?
I believe in, if I got a case, I'm gonna study that damn case, so I can know exactly what they know. Because some attorney, you go to trial with their ass, they don't know nothing.
Your clinician will know more than your attorney. Your clinician in here will know more than your attorney.
That I believe. See, I'm like him to the point. He said, I talk for myself. Me, my, and just, even though all the people that meet me know, I'm gonna see what I'm on now. My attorney doesn't know a damn thing. You gotta pay that post on. He don't know that. I mean, he might got credentials and this and that. I had to show him cases like Gale versus State of Illinois. You know what I'm saying? That determines my case. He got to do this. Oh yeah, you're right. See, but if you don't take the risk to yourself, then that's falls back on you too.
Yes.
I mean, because at the end of the day, this guy's going home to his wife.
That's right, we are. We're gonna go home.
They're just gonna take that damn road off and find out road for it. See, your ass going up that road. So no, I'm gonna get the canteen, to get the TV, to get the checkers, to get the check, to get the phone call. I take this, I gotta do this MRT, what you get, Kinsey. 9 o'clock, I might ask that up in that room reading. I set myself a time table. No, I gotta do this.
Organized.
That's right. See my hands?
Yes, it will. It will. I mean, it sounds so awkward and it sounds off key, but if you think about it, what Robert just said, is literally what we're talking like almost a full 2 hours is An organizational and trusting relationship is what's gonna really get you exactly where you need to be. And you have a right advocate at the time that you need that person. Because if everybody stands back and they're, well, I don't know, everybody wanna point their fingers at, well, that was you, wasn't that yours, wasn't that yours? You're screwed. You're the one gonna end up paying that, that price because nobody was prepared to save you, to better handle your case. And it is your decision, most definitely. Okay, let's finish. So, if your answer includes any sort of drugs, you'll want to get creative and figure out something new. So, go wild. This is the part where we go wild, okay? For that day, treat yourself to a nice dinner, take a weekend, make sure something you get excited. Okay, so the mark goes like this. So we're going to need you guys to come up and we're gonna have a party. So we're having a party and we're going to get creative. And we're going to break the rituals, okay? So the party is that you guys come to the party. There are beers, there's wine, and there's alcohol. All right.
You say you don't leave.
Hold on 1 second. You have let's see, your feet are still wet. So about a week that you left House of Hope. You're so excited, you still got your certificate hanging on your wall. So you come into this party, and you did not want to tell the hostess, me, oh, listen, can you not have liquor because I just got out of recovery? Okay. So you didn't say anything, so we have those chairs are that's my winery, that's my whole bar here, tiki bar. So you come into this party, but you're coming to a party, so you're gonna bring something.
Cake.
All right, cake. So I need some volunteers. So we got about 10 minutes. Some volunteers to come up.
Jonathan.
Come on, Kenzie.
Take one for the team, Jonathan. Manuel. Let's go.
Okay, so let's we're only gonna do one. All right, so so it's my birthday, so we're having a party. So I went and I got the stuff at my friends. Yeah. Over there.
No,
We're about to have a pool party. So there is a lot of stuff here, right? So you guys all came. I'm so happy you're all here. So you're gonna break the ritual.
Yeah.
What are you walking into my party with?
We're gonna have beach balls,
Champagne bottle.
bathing
Pop the
suits,
bottle.
towels.
So
I got the bottle, yeah.
So somehow everybody got here at the same time, and you
The
open
big
the
speakers.
door. So everybody's gonna be, oh hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? What is your ritual? What is it you bring into this party?
Flowers.
So one at a time. Come on.
I brought a bottle.
Wrong.
Oh, good stuff?
Yeah, ritual, man.
I brought you a cup.
I bought some tips for avoid relapse.
What?
Some tips for avoid relapse.
To the party?
That's a present.
I brought you some flowers.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's kind of good.
big speakers and music. I'm bringing the pipe.
I bought myself.
Do those candy have liquor in them?
No.
Okay, so they're just candy?
No, they got the chocolate, the
Licorice
chocolate.
I got myself.
Oh, well, that's nice. I see you, Ken. So how are you guys doing? Good? Well, listen, enjoy the party. Let's mingle. Let's have fun. You guys want something to drink?
Mimosa.
Water?
You got a Red Bull?
Wait, are we all in recovery?
Yeah.
I was drinking
Yeah,
Chase,
you got like
crazy.
soda or something?
Yeah, I do over there, soda. You want to spike that with something?
No,
You sure, man?
just soda.
Even my ice cubes got liquor. I got creative this time.
No ice.
No,
All
like,
right,
No
all
ice.
right.
who bought all this cheap
I make
ass
jello
liquor?
shots.
How do you even do that? Liquor can't breathe.
Jello orange, you do jello shots.
Okay.
They got Tito's over here.
No,
Tito's
no.
Tito's is good.
Tito's is good. You just gotta have the right mix.
Exactly. Tito's is
They
good.
got Skull and fucking.
Oh, God.
All right.
I've been designated driver.
Fireball.
What do you drink? What would you like to drink? Water. Okay, he said water. All right. What would you like to drink?
Cranberry juice.
Cranberry juice, ginger ale. Okay. All right. So, just hang out, guys, and are you sure you don't want nothing to drink? I mean, it's party. We're about to go to the pool.
I got a drink.
No, but that's not fun. You guys want like a hot drink?
Good. It's too hot, so I want to cold water.
Talk about that later.
I'm good.
My girlfriend don't even know I'm here.
So you definitely need a drink because you're about to get in trouble. So you know what? Just enjoy it. It's just worry about that when you get home.
If I have a drink, I'll get it even more trouble.
No, you're not.
Ain't got.
Don't worry. I have a coffee pot when you leave, so you can have some coffee.
sounds
So
like
you know.
Well, I'll have some coffee now.
Wait, I can mix you a good drink with coffee. What's that called? What? Kahlua. Kahlua. You never heard of Kahlua?
White Russians.
White Russian. It's coffee and liquor, creamy liquor.
White Russians. It's with milk,
That's a great
Kahlua, and
drink.
vodka.
I got a bad stomach.
Okay.
Rum, milk, and what?
Well, listen, if you want to if you're going to get in trouble for being
Oh, that's a
here,
must
you might as well make the best of it.
Nah, I'm really just doing a little time.
Yeah, Kahlua makes it
Oh,
awesome.
come on, Karen, you're the party. You know what's the life of the party? What's going on? So what? You can always go back. Go back and read your book. What is it that you were doing? MRT?
Oh my God.
Oh my
I feel so
God.
salty.
Why?
If I drink, I might not be able to show up to work tomorrow.
Who cares?
I need money.
Coffee in the front.
You gonna pay me
You
for
have
the month?
you asked for your ripple, right?
You give me a day's pay?
I will. Okay, I got one down.
You gonna pay me $140 to have a drink?
No, you can have more than one.
No.
And you can leave in your base.
Yeah.
I say I drove. I drove here. I
That was
can't.
him.
What?
I'm
He was
definitely
designated
done.
driver.
Well, I brought my own car.
Well, we can't in the bed.
Oswald dropped us off.
I was going to check when we get another match.
You know what? I don't even have my swim trunks. I think I
Even better.
No, trying to scare everybody away.
You're not gonna scare me. So even better. That means we can just go in there like just cover your eyes and jump in. Just get in
Hang
there.
out. Hang out.
There you
Let's hang out.
go. See? I actually even bought one of the big rubber duckies that's sitting in the pool.
Yeah.
So you just lay out
And beach
on
balls.
top of your ducky.
No, it's cool though.
All right.
No, it's cool.
We gotta get a bucket. Everybody's phone's gotta go in the bucket.
Why?
What you mean why? I'm not even supposed to be here.
No, it's cool that they got these nets that go across the middle of the pool and you just like play
volleyball.
volleyball. Yeah, that's fun.
She got those too.
Yeah. You know, you get a little.
I actually
going on.
have the one with the basketball court, a little basketball hoop.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it because we'll blur your face. We don't need your face. We don't need your face. We need the torso down, so don't worry about your face. But I need you to get like
I
really
got a
lit.
scar.
We're gonna give you really big haters like this.
Hey, Margarita, what's going on, man? I just heard about the shit on Instagram. What's up? This shit going down.
Yeah. So
These
what
guys is right here. I just seen you on the ground.
They tell me they just left rehab. They don't want to drink. They don't even want to drink.
No, John just called me and told me to come over here and bring the sack. They say you got new people in this shit. I know this guy right here. I done seen him. I got it. Y'all believe I got everything.
Got everything.
No, it's not for the low. It's not for the low. It's not for the low. It's not for the low.
my sobriety.
It's not for the low. This shit
Shit
posted
don't
all
look
over
like
Facebook. It's everywhere.
I know.
You got a
And
dog.
the cat's gonna worry about his face.
Kimberly just called me and told me she needs some blow and what's the name got? I got everything. Opiates, whatever. This my girl. What's up, y'all boys? Straight?
Straight, super straight.
I
know you, I knew you had my number. You
got
called me.
buses? Yeah,
Where
I
you
got your
been?
number. Of course I do.
Where you been?
Why does this guy
The
have
super
a brother on
I've
there?
been pouring. He's got a gun.
Man, his
all
name
black.
is Bobby or something, right?
Now I gotta call the cat, man.
Nobody-
His name is Bobby Silver.
Man, this guy had a lot of money, man. His
And that's
name
why I
was,
call him Silver.
Oh shit, the surfer. What's up,
Silver
surfer?
Surfer.
Hey, I got. Hey, listen. Don't talk to this guy. I got a sample for you, Bobby, right now.
Okay, come on, let's ride.
Call me
Two down. Yeah. Whoa. Two down.
Here, Bobby, man, take a fuck.
We haven't even gone to a
Here, bro.
pool yet, and we only got 2 people hugged.
Oh, that's a fucking stereo. That's a fucking stereo. And you got to pay for the next one. I ain't got no shit.
You can't do that.
There you go.
Wash it down with some liquor.
Yeah, he's telling me he wants everybody to put their phone in the bucket.
Nah, he's a fucking
He's probably exactly. I think he got a monitor too, but you know what?
He's trying to tap the
He's got a wire.
He's a narco. He's a narco.
Yeah, check him for wires.
That guy right there looks like he was doing a lot of shit.
No, I think him too, because I think the girl over there likes him, but he always wanted to stay.
Hey, Stephanie, check it out. This guy right here. He's a punk, right?
This guy right here.
That's got swag too.
Oh, I love this guy.
You like him?
Yes, I do like him. Actually,
shit.
I do. So I
Hey, this is
I
party
do
really
too.
happening. It's happening right now. She's right here. She really likes
Thank you.
you.
Yeah, so everybody should just take off your shirts and go to the pool. But come on, guys.
Yeah. Hey, the fuck is over. Hey, good group. What nigga? Squeeze. Yes, you did.
There you go. All right, so one example, Carl, one party can lead to a such situation like that. You know, and even if you throw flowers, cake, and raisins, you don't know you're gonna encounter somebody's house. So, I hope it was a good laugh, it was a good hour, so enjoy the rest of the day. That's it.
I'm bringing the real too. You got your license. You got your license. You can't drive. You got your license. You can't fly with me, man.